What's going on? In the box. Getting ready, man, for a great show. We got Jay Krum coming, and I'll be right back.
Fundamentals and building blocks. Turn to advice when I'm in that spot. When I got questions, and that's a lot. Perfect time to hear from Rico in the box.
All right, man.
Hey,
what's going on, Ron?
What's going on, man? I love that beat, man. I'm gonna need the instrumental, bro.
man, I love it too, man. Hey, man, Demetrius Radiant, man, he did his thing, man. What's up?
Did, man. Shout out to Radiant, man.
What's
Awesome.
going on, Demetrius, man? What's going on, Mary? Glad y'all here, man. What's happening? Glad to have.
Mary. Yeah.
How's things with you, man? You know, I know you was telling me about your family member passed away.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Like I say, you know, I was glad I was able to see her before she passed again back in February. And so, you know, that's the thing. You know, make time for your family because you never know. All right, and again, I know she's with the Lord, and thank you all for your prayers or so, and pray for everyone else who may have lost a loved one too. Especially, even my wife too. Her cousin, they had his funeral today up in Ohio. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
man, we got another show lined up for you, man. We're gonna be getting going, but first we're gonna take care of a couple housekeeping things, man. Want to say here a word from our sponsor, Matthew Wise.
Hey folks, Matthew Weiss here, weiss-sound.com, theproaudiofiles.com. This video is coming to you by popular demand. It is about gain staging. But before I get started, don't forget to check out the description below. There's some links to some really great in-depth full-length tutorials that you're going to want to click, check out, and buy. All right, let's get started. What is gain staging? Well, gain staging is the management of levels at each step in a signal chain in order to stay above a noise floor and stay below clipping and distortion.
So if you actually are a music producer, man, and you're interested and you don't know you want to learn how to engineer, and that's something that if you're producing music, you need to learn how to engineer. He has some great tutorials. I've learned tons. You know what I mean, for them, and you can go to Wise Text to kind of get all those tutorials as well. And then also another sponsor, FinionMax.com. If you are looking for a website to try to get your business going up until April the 30th, $99 for a vertical scroll mobile responsive website as well. And then also, if you're not able to master your own music mastering for $10, a 2-hour turnaround. And you know, like I say, there are a lot of guys, man, who do not know how to master their music, and maybe they help you as well, man, and keep it affordable to you as well. And also DJ Ron, he has a playlist every week. Talk about your playlist, man, that you have, man.
Yeah, basically we highlight the playlist for a lot of independent artists and even some mainstream artists to give them exposure and let people know who's out there that you need to go check them out. And everybody who I have on the playlist is licensed, and they're on all the streaming platforms. So it's just all about promotions. And yes, we do that through hip hop praise as well as grown folk gospel. That flyer there, I just started that one a couple of weeks ago. That R&P flavor for the Savior.
Okay, amen. So, and then talk to them too, man, about the countdown, man.
Yes, definitely the video countdown. Okay, we're in a hiatus right now. We're going to start back up come May or so with the video countdown, the top 10. So if you have a video out there, make sure you send it to us and see if it'll make the top 10. And if not, it'll be in the honorable mentions or so. You know what I'm saying? We show love, but the fact is it's all about exposure. And if you want to be a sponsor for what we're doing, hey, make sure you get in contact with us, because you know we want to help these artists out there and mainly get the kingdom of God out there.
And also, you know, this show is also sponsored by Music Industry Makeover.
Yeah.
You can see us every Thursday at 9 p.m. We actually discuss a lot of marketing tips as well. If you get an opportunity, please go over to Simone's channel, SA Music TV.
Yeah.
This show is also sponsored by SA Music TV. She's on every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And if you can, make sure you go over and subscribe as well. And then also, try to check out my new podcast, man, on Sundays. It's called Just Life. We strictly talk about life issues and people that are struggling with life, depression, anxiety, just how to deal with stuff. Sunday, a topic is how not to be jealous of other people, man. So it's going to be it's going to be huge, man. So
yeah, that'll be huge for sure.
So Ron, so let's talk about, man, because we're waiting on Jay Krum. You know, Jay Krum, he did hit me up. You know, he's working, so he's gonna take a minute. He's gonna pop in. But until that time comes, let's talk about that Cameo, man. Did you want to talk about it, man, or did you want to wait?
Oh, hey, man, no problem. I'll go and talk about it. Well, for those who don't know, there's an app called Cameo, okay? And what it is that it has celebrity people from either back in the day and a few that may be current or so that will give you a personal shout out or even endorse whatever it is that you are doing as an artist. And I found that I saw a couple artists who have used that app, and I was like, wow, that is pretty interesting. Okay. And I'm not sure how long it's been around. I bet it's maybe a year or so or a year or so ago, because normally when we discover things, it's already been out, you know, and that's the reality. But you know, it's something for you to definitely check out. Okay, even though you know, when it comes to marketing and promotions, there's always the process. You can't skip the process. But again, if you want somebody to endorse you, I mean that might be something to consider. But again, it has its loopholes in it too as well, because if once a whole bunch of folks find out about it, then the value of it pretty much goes down. It's just like, okay, well, you know, that person really don't know you. You know, it's kind of like that facade that actually, you know, goes away. And then now you got to go find a new hustle to get your stuff out there. And
that's something that we was kind of talking about, man, before the show started. You know, being able to offer something that's living exclusive is like really, really important, man, because if everybody can do it, if you imagine if you making music and everybody can make music and sound like you make music, right? Like, you know,
yeah. Where's the exclusivity? You know what I'm saying? You know, and now we're in a day and age to where you have to show why is your music essential. You know why? You know what makes it essential that people need to have it, because you have a lot of other artists vying for the same position out there, and so don't be anxious. All right. And yeah, again, there's a lot of resources out there, but you all know, again, find yourself a team, go through the process. Don't skip it, because you'll be upset later on in the end.
Well, I just talked to Jay. Actually, I'm over here, man, talking to Jay Krum, man. We on a different time zone. He's like, oh, you're in a different time zone. Like, yeah, man, we Eastern time. So
okay,
he finna come in, man.
He's on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's in Omaha, man.
Oh, Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska.
Oh man,
he is, man, right here. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
My bad, y'all. He said 9 p.m. I didn't even factor in. It was a different time zone, man.
Hey, listen, I have to have people, man, that hit me up every week. When I be putting up my marketing graphics, like, yo, you got to put Eastern time on your graphics, because there's some people in the West Coast. You know, I'm like, I didn't even think. You know what? You live somewhere, you don't even think about it, man. So yeah,
right. Yo, I think it was like, you can come on in, man. I was like, man, it's we got a whole hour, man. I was like, I just thought about it. Yeah.
So glad to have you, man. I know you working. I know you was gonna take a little time, man, to come through, man. So you in Omaha? You're in Omaha, Nebraska, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So you know how I know you got married a couple years back. Yeah. How long has it been? What, 2 years, 3 years?
Man, congrats.
4.
All right, congrats. All right.
Congrats, man. So how's marriage life, bro? How's marriage life?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Man, the best decision could have made, man. And she's amazing. She's supportive. She's awesome, man. So it's been great, bro. She pushes me. You know, I had early on, like, I kind of, you know how people talk about, you know, you get married and it's like, that's like the end of like any of your pursuits. It's like it's over and done.
Right,
you know what I mean? But with her, she's pushed me. There's times where I wanted to quit sometimes, and she was like, "Nah, we went too far to do this." And so it's dope. She's awesome.
So man, the music scene in Omaha, you know, what's the music scene like up there, bro? And
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, right now it's not existing because of this whole pandemic thing going on. But as far as like the hip hop scene, it's not really big. We got a few people. You got myself. You got this guy up here named Vic Sage. There's this one guy signed to Tech Nine's label, King ISO, who's up here. But other than that, it's not super popular. But we're hoping to change that, man. We'll see what happens. So,
why you think that is? It's not popular?
It's Midwest, man. It's in Nebraska, and I think a lot of people have, they already have an opinion when you say Nebraska. Right. So when you hear Nebraska, most people are like, I didn't even know they had black people there. You know what I mean? So and so it's a thing where there's a lot of talent, but it's just as far as exposure and stuff like that, it's a little tougher. It's not like in Atlanta where you can, you have a lot of resources at your hand, at your disposal, connections, people you can just walk down the street and see. You know what I mean? So
right.
It's a little tougher. But yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So tell me this, man. Want to say, hey, Wayner, man, how you doing? Glad you joined us, Lady Bug. What's going on? The thing that you're doing one of the hardest things to do as a rap artist, and you have a band, and I really wanted to tap in because that's the one luxury that a lot of artists, man, want to have. But the problem is not only finding the right people to make that band, right, but then trying to generate enough business, to get everybody paid. Talk about the process, man. How did you get that band to come together? How did you do that?
Hello, you cut out on me.
You kind of froze. You froze, bro.
Hello.
Still here.
Yeah. I think it's your internet connection.
Okay.
Hello. You're back now. I got it.
You probably need to walk back where you were.
All right. Is it better now?
No, you still froze.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Man, Nebraska. Wow.
All right, let me see if I put you back. Okay.
Am I back?
No, not yet. Can hear you, can't see you.
Okay. Should I leave you back here?
Yeah, log out and log back in, see if that works.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Earl? How you doing? All right. Yeah.
He's coming back in. What's going on, Earl, man? Glad to have you, bro. Hey, Lorraine, how you doing, sis? Glad to have you. He gonna come back. That Wi-Fi, man, sometimes, man, it pops off like that, man.
Yeah. Oh, wow. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining us on a Friday night, allowing us to be a part of your viewership. Okay. Hey, spread the word. Share this out there to your friends. Any artists out there that this might be a benefit to, because it's, giving y'all some great nuggets and also you're able to hear from artists themselves, some of the struggles and things of what they're going through.
And some of the how-tos, man, and that's kind of what we're actually tapping in right now, man. As soon as he popped in, we kind of left off on the band, as an artist. That's one of the hardest things. It's a great feature to have. Yeah, there you go, bro.
Yeah, all right.
So basically, man, we was talking about the band, how you put that band together, and how, because I want to stick right there for a second, because I think it's very, very intriguing, because as long as I've been knowing you, and it's been some years, I never really heard you struggle with your band, right? So talk about that, man. How did you put that together, and how did you get it to work?
Yeah. So full transparency, we have had some struggles. So we've gone through a couple members.
Okay.
But right now, I think the iteration that I have right now is we've been going 2.5 years with these people without any changes.
Okay.
So we found a groove. Mm-hmm. We found so I think to start out, it's one for me. I need to make sure that I'm taking care of them, right? And so So that means that even there's been some shows where we get paid, and they don't, and they like if they're watching this, this will be the first time they hear it. But there's times where I didn't get paid. I made sure I took care of them, and I made money on the on the merch side of things. So like whatever the show money we got, I gave it to them just to make sure that they were taken care of.
So I would like I just want to back up a minute.
Yeah.
When you had a couple members leave, because I think it's very important,
Right.
because anytime we go through attrition or failure, there's something that we learn from it. And without calling their names, we won't put nobody on the spot, but talk about the reason why they left and could have been avoided and what happened, just so somebody don't fall in that hole.
Definitely. I think on my side, I don't think I made it clear enough on the way we behave, right? And the way that every action that we make, everything that we do reflects on us. And so we need to make sure that we have good character on and off stage.
Okay.
And so there was I had the people that were on the band, two of them were in a relationship with each other. Okay. One of them cheated on the other.
Oh, that's chaos.
Yeah. And so
you having love with hip hop.
Right. And so it turned into this thing where I was like, yo, I can't keep y'all both in the band with this stuff going on, because it became kind of public. And I was like one of the last people to find out about it. And so I think making that part clear, and I think it was just something where like there's stuff I couldn't control, but I just, hindsight's 20/20. So I think, man, if I would have made it more clear about like, yo, or even like a set of guidelines of like, this is how we behave, this is the type of character you have, if this isn't something that you can be in line with, then like, yo, you can't be a part of this. Because I think what keeps a band together, or what keeps even a group together, is when you choose integrity over talent. Right. I think that's what keeps it, tight knit. We can grow together and improve in your technical ability. But if there's a character flaw, that's a lot harder to try and change, if that makes sense. So you have a 5-piece, 6-piece band. How many name your band pieces that you have? One piano player. Yeah. We have one keyboard player, we have one bass player, we have a guitar player, we have a drummer, and then we have a DJ. Okay.
So did you already have a relationship with them? Did somebody broker it for you? It was just you meet them while you was out? How did y'all meet each other?
Yeah, so the guitar player and myself had been friends. We've been friends for 10 plus years. Right. And so me and him been rocking with each other for a long time. And then the drummer, BJ, he came along. So I needed a new drummer after everything kind of fell apart. And I had another friend who was who kind of a fan of what we do. He suggested him. He came to one of our practices and tried out. And he was dope, bro. He had my entire catalog like down, memorized, and ready to go. Wow. So, first day. I was like, like I don't even need to audition anybody else. So he's been playing with me ever since. Our bass player, I had a show at like a big church. It was like a big church conference, and he came up to me and was like, "Yo, I love what you're doing." He was like, "I play bass. If you ever need a bass player, hit me up." And after a couple months, I hit him up, and so that's when he became part of the band, because I needed a bass player as well, because I was the one that left. And then I had the keyboard player. I've known him for years, man. He produces as well, so he's produced some of my songs before. So it was easy. So I just hit him up, and he joined in as a keyboard player. And then the DJ, he's been around for a while too. He's a producer as well, so he's produced some of my stuff. And actually, his first gig DJing ever was on one of my sets, and so we just worked together to try to make it work with everybody together. And it just, I don't know, man. I'm being blessed for things to really mesh well, and everybody have great character and love Jesus. And I know that's not a common thing, but for us, it's dope. So
now I want to ask you for is now where do y'all normally play at or so?
yeah, so most of our shows are at bars, man. At bars, colleges. Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
So it's crazy because like if you listen to the music, it's it's like I've never had to like take Jesus out of it. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, so it's been dope. Yeah.
So hey, well, real quick, we're going to that. So all right, how do you approach them? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some artists that are watching and they think they just want to just I can only perform at churches, but a lot of them want to go to the bars, so and other outside places. How did you approach that?
I would say this, that one, like don't be cringe. Like I guess some people don't. When I say don't be cringy, a lot of people don't realize that they're being cringy. There's certain verbiage that you would use in a church that you don't use at a bar or like a traditional venue. So like I'm not gonna go to I had a show in Chicago, man, and I had these two artists I was touring, and they wanted to tag along one of our dates. And I was like, yo, I have no problem with you coming and playing the Christian rappers. I was like, but listen, this is not a Christian crowd. So like, I don't have a problem with you, man. Don't change your music. Don't do nothing like that. But like there's certain words and verbiage and even methods that you could use in like a youth group in a church that you can't use at a bar. So like if I'm saying, yo, put together a hand of, give God a hand of praise or something like that, don't say that at a bar because that's not, they don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Or that's not the right set, it's not the right setting. And so
hold on, bro. You gonna lose your salvation for doing that, bro. You ain't gonna be saved, bro. How you doing that, bro?
That's funny, bro. Yeah, no, I got that. I've gotten some of that that flack, but those people who've said it have never been to an event. You know what I mean? So
right.
So it's stuff. So yeah. So it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like don't you're not doing a big mass altar call at the end.
Right.
But there is an opportunity, and this is how we do it. Is after we finish with the music, I said, yo, if there's anything that we said or we talked about that really touched your heart or that meant something to you, man, I'm gonna be over here at the product table. Come holler at me. I would love to talk with you. I would love to, whatever. And so a lot of times that's where I'm able to make one-on-one connections, pray for people,
amen,
stuff like that. And so, go ahead.
I just want to tell you, Demetrius, man, Radiant, man, he said, amen, become all things to all men and win a few. Amen. That's right, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, man. So that's what I would say to be doing, man. Like, if you want to make that transition, that's fine. I don't even think you need to water down your message. Some people think you got to do that. Here's the thing, man. Like, good music is good music. So the answer isn't watering down your message. Your answer is making better music.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and so like while there's different things that I disagree with, like Chance the Rapper, but he got a Grammy for an album that talked about God all throughout it. You know what I mean? So it was a thing of like, it's not about or even like, like most people don't agree that killing people and being in gangs is a thing you're supposed to be doing, right? Most people would say, but a ton of people still listen to YG, even though they don't agree with his message. Why? Because they love the music. The music's good. And so that would be my message to anybody who wants to make that transition, that you ain't gotta change what you're talking about, man. It's just different. Your approach is going to be different than it is a youth group or a church. That's all.
I just wanted to hit on what Mary said, man. She said, she wanted to thank you, for what you're doing, but also, to be outside the box. It does reach others. She said, thanks for doing that. And the thing is about being outside the box. That's what I love about you, and you having your own stilo. And you've been the same cat through the years, man.
Thank you.
Still humble, man. Every time I call you or reach out to you, man, you always, and I love cats like that. And honestly, man, you downplay, but you do a lot of stuff. You probably do more shows and do more activity than most rappers, Christian rappers. Because you always doing it. And that's really important. That kept running. Do you have a question that you want to talk to, man, on that? As far as anything else that you want to ask him on that?
No.
Okay.
No, well said. Yeah, well said.
Because I want to tap into, man, because you have a few things. There's a few things, man, that I think is very important for artists to understand, and that's why this platform is here. It's about expanding, understand how to do certain things,
right.
But I want to talk about the booking aspect.
Yeah.
You really did not, I understand there's not always a perfect pool. And you have to overcome some things, but you've done rather well with getting booked and because you had someone that was doing that for you. So talk about your process in booking and what made you kind of successful with booking your shows.
Yeah, so
because you get paid for what you do. So talk us through that.
Yeah, so it starts with really owning your city. So so you got to be willing to start small. You got to be willing to take some lumps. You got to be willing to really invest in yourself, right? And having your brand, like knowing what your brand is and how to make that visible. So like early on, so before I was getting booked, I was going to shows.
Right.
Going to shows, I was introducing myself to other artists. I was introducing myself to other to promoters. I would show up with business cards, my CDs, stuff like that, to really make myself visible and say, hey, the next thing that you got going on, I would love to be a part of it. But also booking my own shows. So getting in contact with my local venues or whatever, and booking my own shows and showing that I can have a draw. And so as I kind of owned my city, then that starts to spread, right? And so now I'm trying to get the 3 major cities around my city.
But I want you to stop because you got a lot of meat in there, bro. So we got to chop it down.
Yes,
right.
My bad.
So when you say own the city, break that down. My people don't understand what own the city means. Break that down. What does that mean?
The city, like you need to be, when people think, okay, I want to put together a show, you are on the top of the list of people they need to call.
That's it. Relationship.
Like, so how did you?
One is I killed it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta kill it. You got when you get the show, now it's time to deliver. And so that's why I was willing to. That's why I put the band together, because it was something that helped me stand out. It was something that made me versatile. So that means not only am I getting booked on hip hop shows, but now I'm getting booked on rock shows. I'm being booked on. When bigger artists come in, they want me to come in because they know I'm a person who's going to bring a draw.
Right.
But that's how you own your city. Is you continue to. It's a consistent. You have to consistently kill it. You have to consistently be present. You have to make sure your business is together. You don't show up late. Right. You sell tickets. You promote the show. You stay for the entire show. You network with the other artists. You are up front when the other artists are performing. You thank the promoter at the end of the show. If you can help clean up, you know what I mean? Like it's stuff like that where you go above and beyond, and you leave that reputation and you leave that impression of like, no, this is a professional. This is somebody who takes what they do seriously. those are the types of people that they're going to want to keep. Promoters and venues are going to want to keep bringing back. So,
right. So when you basically when you go and you book a show, nobody knows you, right? You go to this business and say this business don't know who Jay Krum is. How do you approach that, and how do you determine what your fee is going to be? Like talk us through that.
So my fee would be if it's a location that I know, I can bring 100 people through this door that will pay $10. So if I'm bringing 100 people through a door that will pay $10, that's what?
$1,000. Mm-hmm.
So in order for the promoter to make money, I would charge $750, so they make $250 off the top.
Okay.
But if there's a venue that if they do not know me, or like if I'm not from there, normally I would check my analytics. So it would be like,
now stop.
I'm explain that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So analytics is something where if you look at your Spotify data, if you're on like Spotify for artists or Apple Music for artists, or even your own Facebook page, you can see where the majority of your fans are located. So, so for like a Chicago show, if I'm going out there and I'm talking to a booking agent, I would show them my analytics. I would say, hey, I've got about 2,000 people who listen to me monthly in Chicago. So I know this is a calculated risk, but it's something that I think we both could be able to take, because the data is showing me that people support me and listen to me, and I have a draw in where you're at, and so providing that type of data shows that this is somebody I can take a chance on. I would never suggest going to a place cold, and by cold I mean you going to a show and being the headliner in a location that you have no draw.
Right. Right.
In those cases,
that's good.
It's way better to jump on somebody else's show that's already going and asking to open, and then building your draw that way there, and be willing to be like, okay, I'm going to take an L. So I'm not going to get paid for this show probably, but this is a place that's close to, it's a place that I can continue to go to because it's not too far from me. It's not going to cost me too much. And I want to build my draw here. So like, I'll settle for maybe a percentage of the bar sales and selling merch, and so, but knowing going in that, okay, I'm probably not going to profit off of this show.
So at one point, you had your own management company booking shows for you. And what I want you to do is talk about how did you set up your own, how did that come about? Did they reach out to you? You get something that you put together and decided, how did you put together that management portion for booking, the booking portion? What was your process?
Well, so when I had management, it was a thing where we would look at other venues that were booking acts like me. So like, middle range, and so looking at venues like that and then reaching out to those same venues. So it would be so we'd be doing stuff like that, man. So it'd be reaching out to them, sending, doing email parties where it's like, we're taking 4 hours tonight and we're just sending emails to everybody we possibly can. And be not afraid to hear no. And I think that's what stops most people, is that they don't ever want to hear no. Like, listen, I get way more no's than I get yeses. Even now, way more no's than I get yeses. And you got to have thick skin, and you got to be able to be okay with being rejected. You're going to, especially at this stage. So even the biggest artists now still get rejected for certain things, you know. So you still gotta be willing for those to take those no's.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, you know, because
yeah,
with a lot of artists that, you know, especially when it comes to their music, you know, we try to critique to give them constructive criticism, but then they get offended when if you really don't like the music. It's like, hey, again, this just comes with the territory. You know, not everybody's going to like your music, and as you said, you're going to get a lot of no's. That's just part of life.
Right. I wanted to transition, man. You know, if it's something, man, that you mind talking about, because like here, man, you know, we don't really deal with controversial stuff, but we try to keep it all in the music realm. You know, I remember, man, I kind of put you in a position, man, that to connect, man, with a cat, man, that was a major independent that had pipeline, you know, had a pipeline of some major labels, man, that was going to manage some stuff for you. And I thought it was going to be pretty good because he had, you know, some few artists, man, that I thought probably would have been great, but it didn't turn out. But we're not gonna call no names. However, I
was about to say it.
I know he's been dropping. We got to drop it. We got to drop it because the whole point is, I want you to speak to what was the breakdown, you know, without dropping names, and how were you done wrong, and why wasn't it a good fit, and why you won't do that again?
Yeah. So man, that was such a long time ago. Yeah. So I had,
but it's relevant though, man, because a lot of people want to get on major labels or connect or jump board. Because generally, you're not going to get on a major label. You're going to have to go through a satellite company connected to a major label,
right?
Like what's the girl, the twerk girl? What's the girl?
Twerk girl.
Twerk girl. Megan Thee Stallion. She went to a 1501, and 1501 had to do a deal with 300 because 1501 didn't have the power to get her on the stage. 301 did. 300 did.
Right.
So basically go back and let's talk about that, man, and break that down. Why wasn't it good? And just talk about
So so basically there's this guy who considers himself to be a big wig. He's connected though. The connection, him being connected is legit. And so because it was legit, there was that's a little bit more why I lean towards like, okay, let's make this happen. You know, I remember asking Rico about it, and he was like, yeah, man, let's go for it. And so it was this thing of like, okay, he wanted money up front. He wanted like I think he was asking for like $800 a month to work with him. And basically what you get out of that was just him as a resource. So he was basically pitching it like, yo, I'll get you connected. I'll help you with your brand. I'll help you with the image. I'll help you with your sound. And, you know, I'll get you through the door. You know, I'm meeting with execs every day. And so he would like call me like at random times during the day. I'll be at work. He would call me like, you need to answer me when I call you. I'm like, yo, I was at work. Here are the times that I'm open. He's like, no, you're open when I say you're open. It was just stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so it was like, I was like, dog, this isn't you know, this just doesn't feel right. And then he would go through like some of my pictures and stuff. And there's a thing of being like correcting, right? Or this thing of even giving feedback. But this dude was like straight up like tearing me down, like, oh, you know, this, you know, you know, ugly, you're fat, this picture makes you look gay. Like, it was like stuff like that. This super crazy, like yo, if me and you were face to face, like me and you would have a problem. You know what I mean? Like we this could get physical. Like these types of things he was saying was like off the wall crazy. I remember he started talking to my management team. He like reached out to my management team, and he like called my manager. He called my manager a lesbian, and like all this crazy stuff, man. He just started tearing them down and just ripping them apart, and saying like, well, I'm gonna take them, and we're gonna make all this money. It was just weird, man. And it was, and this was like a guy who was like a former Christian rapper.
Don't try not. We don't want him to have leave breadcrumbs. We don't want to drop snitch.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Right.
But basically, I only say all that only because this was something like this wasn't something that I expected out of going into it.
Me neither, because I put you in it. Yeah.
Right. I wasn't looking to like go secular, so I don't want anybody to think like I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to see how much further I could go, or have some guidance as how further I can go in this field. Right. And so that's why we took this path. And so having all these things happen out of this was things I had no idea was happening. And so after talking to Rico and a couple other people in the industry who actually knew him, it was like, yo, like, there's no reason to be working with him. He's not, he just take your money and insult you. Like, that's all he does. He just takes people's money and tears them down and rips them apart and uses their money to have expensive meals all the time. Like, that's what he does. And so so it was something that I
but now stop there. But is well connected, right?
Yeah, he's well connected.
And the reason why I want to say that is because there are people, man. They show you one thing, right? On the surface, they're one way, but when they get in a boardroom, behind the door, things change, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
The music business is like that, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard to find. That's why when I meet genuine guys that I connect to, which I have a lot of guys I know and I'm connected to in that business, but I'm really more so connected to the cats that are real, and that's who I kind of gravitate to. It's not even about the money. It's not about the opportunity. It's about building a relationship. You know what I mean? And it's about being genuine. But the thing that the reason why I wanted you to talk about it was because a lot of artists, man, want to do major label stuff. Right. And when you work with major labels, these guys are all about money. It's a business, right? It's not a friendship. It's not, you know what I mean? It's an end game, And a lot of times, man, you're important when you make money and you become money, and if they can exploit you more, that's just the music business, right? So you try to find people that you can kind of connect with. So, man, I wanted you to talk about that, man, because one thing about when you get those major connections, a lot of times, man, they want to change you as an artist.
Right.
Your model, your music, you know what I mean? Your sound.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times, that's what I want you to talk about. You wanting to change your look, wanting to change your sound, and how you felt about that.
Yeah, so can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so he wanted to change so he really didn't want me to make Christian music. He was really trying to make me like another Rick Ross.
Right. Okay.
And so like he would send me pictures of like Rick Ross and like honestly he's like, all right, here's how you need to be dressing and here's how you need to sound and even like he would like ask me my testimony. I gave him my testimony, and he was like, "Yo, that's not gangster enough. Like, we need you to be like from the streets and stuff like that." And so it was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna like lie. I'm not here trying to lie about what I've done, and you know, I'm not out here trying to be anything that I'm not. You know, I'm out here to." He said, "Well, no, you're not you no more. Like you need to become this." And it was just it was something that I had to walk away from because I knew, like, this isn't who I wanted to be. And if I try this and I fail, I can at least be satisfied that I gave it a shot, being who God created me to be, and
Man, that's what I was.
You know,
That's
change
what I was
who I
looking
am
for.
and to force something happening.
So sometimes, as an artist, you look for opportunity.
Right.
Sometimes, as an artist, you guys and I try to we try to talk to you about it. You know, but sometimes your opportunity leads you to a gateway, and you have no idea knowing where that gateway is going to take you.
Hold on, you muted on me. Hold on a sec.
I'm muted. You can't hear me?
It says somebody called in.
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me? Oh, not okay. Now, are you muted now? Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Can you hear us?
I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
Okay.
Man.
Man.
It's all right.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna log out, log in.
All right, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
So,
man, I want to say
go
about
ahead, Ron.
man, what you're talking about, I've seen it and heard that several times. You know, similar. I mean, not exactly like that, but it's that guys, they may have the supposedly connections and they're extorting money out of artists. You know, to say, okay, hey, look, you know what, I got what you need. So this
Hello. All right.
Stuff.
Sorry about that, y'all.
So that's the thing I was trying to say to that artist that's listening. You know, when you get a major label deal, a lot of times, you know, it's changing more so now. When you create your own model, you become successful with your own model, you start making money, and then when you walk, because you have leverage if you're already making money. Right. But a lot of that way of doing business before was if somebody gave you an opportunity and they had a path that was proven previously to work, they would try to mold you and put you in that path. Right. So the thing that I like what you said, because I think everybody needs to hear that, was if you fail, you would rather try and fail in you being who you are. Right. Exactly. I thought that's really, really profound in you sharing that. There's nothing wrong with, you know, and once again, I have a lot of friends, man, that are connected. There's nothing wrong with being on a major label per se, but you need to be able to have leverage. Right. The more leverage that you have, the more decisions that you'll be able to make as well. I know, man, you need to get ready to I know you keep making the house, you got to do your thing, but I want to do 10. We got this little thing that we do, it's called 10. All right. Yeah. So I asked you 10 questions. Well, I actually give you 10 statements, either or. Yeah. And you pick out what comes to mind. First thing that comes to mind. All right. All right. 250 million with 5 years to live, or 400,000 with 7 years to live. 250 million with 5 years to live. So first, so you'll take $250 million with 5 years to live versus 400,000 with 7 years to live. Yeah. So you're going to end 2 years. All right. Let's go.
I'll take the 2 years off. Because it's going to be a fun 5 years, man. I'd say.
Mike Epps or Kevin Hart?
Ooh, Mike Epps.
David Chappelle or Chris Rock?
David Chappelle.
Bizzle or Flame?
Oh, man. That's a tough one.
You can't be thinking, bro. The first thing comes to mind, you cheap.
Flame. Sorry, Flame.
All right. Reed B versus a Gabriel Parker from POR.
I hate both of them boys. Reed.
Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
MLK.
Mint condition or Tony?
Ooh. Tony.
GTA 5 or NBA 2K20?
2K.
A 10,000 member church or a 10 member home church?
Home church.
All right. Jared Sanders or Dak Barrios?
Jared. I love dating though. I love dating.
All right, man. Tell you did a good job, man. So anything that you want to say, Ron, you want to, because I know he's at work, man. We're gonna get ready, man. Get ready. Let him go ahead in a second.
Yeah, man. Hey,
No,
man.
I'm good.
It was great meeting you, man. I think I got one of your songs. Did you do a song with T Vision called "Really Go"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Glad to finally meet you. Yeah, my show is called Hip Hop Praise. I'm DJ Ronnie Ron. So yeah, definitely. Man, keep putting it down. So
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, love you, man. I know you got work, man. Thank you for taking the time to come on, bro.
Man,
All
I love
right.
y'all, man.
Okay,
All right.
bro.
I appreciate you, man.
I'll let you, man. All right, man. Peace. So, Ron, in the words, man, in a wrap ups, man, you want to talk about, man, for us from the interview.
well, it's just good that yeah, he was definitely transparent, and yes, it is gospel music, whatever you want to call it. But the fact is, it's the music industry, and there are some people that may not operate Christ-like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
That's where you have to be led by the Spirit, even
Right.
even in the music industry, as the Bible says, in business be men. Okay, so handle your business, learn the business, because again, folks, the Bible said the devil comes as an angel of light. All right, as what may look good might not be good for you. So learn the business, guys. And
don't because we know Mary actually went through that with Mike Jeezy. There are people, man, that'll take your money,
right,
that'll make promises to you.
right.
And that's why we try to get you guys, man, when you listen to Music Industry Makeover, we try to get you to own investing in yourself.
Right.
Because when you invest in yourself, you make your own moves, you build your own momentum. Like when you come to us for marketing or you come for us for coaching or guidance, we don't try to change you. We don't try to change you from the person that you are. What we do is we try to expand whom you are. We try to explore who you are as a person, and we try to help you find yourself. And we try to help you be successful, in teaching you to do it. One of our clients, Weiner Crumley, she's here. We do a lot of coaching, to be giving her ideas. We don't charge her for the ideas that we actually give freely, where most people do. So the reason that we talk to you the way we do is that that day is over for you not having to put in the work. The In the Box platform is a how-to platform. It's an expansion platform teaching you how to do things. We interconnected that Music Industry Makeover,
Right.
because Music Industry Makeover, that's our marketing, that's our branding piece, our marketing piece. But over here, there's a musical side, and it's important for you to understand. So that's why I bring people on, so you can learn, you can know the how-tos. And you can't get around investing in yourself. When you invest, that's what we're trying to say. Amen.
Amen.
She's one of our clients, and she's been growing, and she pays, but she pays very little for what other people charge, and she get a whole lot that she don't pay for. And I let her tell you that,
Right.
But we don't try to take advantage of people. We're honest, But one thing about what we love about Weiner, and the Bible says give honor where honor is due. She listens. Like if you're gonna get help, you have to be willing to hear, right? And you have to have a model as an artist, but you can't be afraid to invest in yourself. And so when you invest in yourself, we're teaching you how to create leverage. You know, if you want to go to Def Jam, man, if you want to go to Arista, wherever, you want to go to Interscope, man, that's fine. You know, because it's nothing but a bank loan, right? That's all a record deal is. It's a bank loan. That's all it is. It's like it's the equivalent of you going to Bank of America, asking for $250,000. Except over there, they may give you $1 million, right? Bank of America not gonna give you $1 million like that, you know. But so go ahead, Ron. What you was gonna say, bro?
You know, on that leverage piece, you know, saying, yeah, you know, we teach you how to get that leverage because things are always changing. I want to look at, you know, we had this conversation last year. There were artists that were complaining about people were live streaming their concerts while they were at the concert, and they were upset. Now look here, you ain't got no choice but to stream your your concerts. You know, so it's like, why not? Now you need to learn how to monetize that.
Right, and that's the thing. You know, you have to be intentional, right? You have to. We always use that word. You know, you have to be intentional. You have to have a goal. You have to have a design target, man, that you're looking to hit. And the thing is, you have to create your leverage. You know, stop looking for people to give you something, right?
Come on.
You know, and I, even as an artist, if you need to have your skill set sharpened, you know, if you want to rock with somebody, man, you hook up with some other artists or some other producers, bring something to the table. And I got a new artist, man, that I work with. Demetrius Radiant, you know, he's the cat, man, that you hear on the intro of the song. What I love about Demetrius, when we connected, we built first before we even started doing music. You know, the thing that I love about him, this cat guy has his own, he has a whole nother show that you guys haven't even seen yet that's going to drop. He already done this 38 episodes, I think, of the show.
Wow.
Because he's releasing a whole nother show, you know, on his own, but the whole idea is he records himself. You know what I mean? You know, so he don't have to pay anyone to record him. He's learned how to record his own vocals, right? And so when we work, it goes pretty fast. I send him music, he record, I send it back, we collab, you know. And the thing is that we coming into the relationship equal, right? Mm-hmm. When you come into a relationship equal, he make money. He an entrepreneur. He got he got a couple jobs, but he got a phone business that he make money on, right? He's not asking me to pay his light bill. You understand what I'm saying? So what am I saying? And I'm using him as an example simply because he came to the table with some value. Right. And he came to the table ready to work, and we can focus on music and we can get away from the other stuff. And he don't want to do a major deal. Just like I don't want to necessarily be I've had all kind of opportunity to be a producer for in-house, as an in-house producer for labels and just get a salary, you know, but I want to be able to control all my music because your music is your legacy. So I said all that to say this, man, although I'm not knocking the cats that do it and I'm not putting nobody down, man, it's because you have to make your own decisions, but you also want to be able to create leverage. And when you create relationships with people, be willing to put out to make the relationship equal.
There you go.
Right?
I'll say it. Well said.
You know, so I said all that to say, you know, in closing, make sure you tune in. We're here every Friday night at 9 p.m. Don't forget Just Life on Sunday at 8 p.m. Ron, talk about your platforms, bro.
Yes, don't forget, on Tuesday nights, we have a show called Critical Dialogue where we talk about controversial issues with the biblical perspective. And yeah, it can get a little bit heated in there, but because, again, people have their own ideologies. And then Thursday nights, we have Music Industry Makeover at 8:30 p.m. Excuse me, at 9 o'clock p.m. And Tuesday nights is 8:30 p.m. And so, again, you know, we want to help you go to the next level, help you build a fan base so that you can be prosperous financially. All right. There's nothing wrong with making money, but let's do it the right way. And this music industry, this business is a process. And just in life, you cannot skip the process. And also don't forget about the video countdown. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel, DJ Ronnie Ron's Top 10 Playlists. and also Hip Hop Praise Show. Look, check us out. Hey, we're on several different stations. Go to musicindustrymakeover.com. You'll see us at straightministryheat.com.
All right, man. So basically, man, and Ron, in Georgia, man, we're gonna put you over in the green room and listen. You know, support, man. So in the box, we got some great opportunities, man, coming for you. God bless you in Georgia. Good night.